Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're well. I am well myself. My name is Wanyiha Jindut. For those who don't know me, and I welcome you into this space. So I'm so grateful for you guys and the fact that you've been subscribing. We are now at 970. That can only be God. Thank you so much for joining us and just following. And I'm also very thankful for those guys who are sending the emails and I know some things are very difficult, right? Even some things I receive, I'm like, wow, my God, where do I even start? Do I have this much wisdom? But I'm so grateful because you're sending me back to, asking God, how can we do this? And I love that the Father in this season is just doing marvelous things. You have no idea. And He wants to set so many free. I love that you guys are coming into dreaming and you realize it's not that mysterious anymore. Okay. And some of you now are realizing, had we started writing our dreams, way before, had we thought that this is a very, very important thing, then perhaps we would be way ahead. Yeah. But it's never too late. Now, today I want to speak about something for all the chosen ones, because there's so many you have no idea. In every family there are some chosen ones, and in the video before, and it's a very sensitive video, like I said, and I know many of you wonder, what does my mom say about this? And so it is, I want to just define the special, the chosen one, for a little bit. Okay, so the chosen one, has gone through a lot of things. In this season, my mom has been telling me, and God, it has taken all this while, but my mom has always been talking to me, even in the times I didn't understand. But now when I look back, and especially when I'm talking to my son, I realize how, it was so important for her to just begin talking to me, even when I didn't understand. And now that I understand, I just see her life, in living color. I understand it, I wish I understood my my grandma's life even more, but my mom understands it. Now, the thing about a chosen one, which now includes even my husband, and I know some of you are wondering, how is he even handling this? The thing about a chosen one is that at some point you realize without doubt that you have been set apart for a particular thing. When you look back, you realize there was nothing normal about you growing up. For my mom, for example, she was an odd one out, in her family. And even the times that, she discovered through so many spiritual sources that she was a chosen one and there was a bright shining star in her, she just could not, even relate, right? But time and time again, this was proven, and her life did not look as such. Okay, so there could be a life that you're living that, the mantle that you've been, given could be very, very difficult. And while other people seem like they're thriving, yours could seem like you're on a standstill, but every now and then, you find that God will come and show off for you, perhaps through your kids, perhaps through something you do, and the funny thing is that whatever small thing you do, even though people have been working, achieving, having their strongholds, controlling, when you get to one tiny thing, they're all over it. Okay, they want it, they want to grab it, they want to destroy it. So my mom has lived this life before me. She has seen how tough it is. So like, she understands the journey. At some point, I believe my mom had to have a coping mechanism, where even as kids, I used to tell her, my God, you're so stubborn. You are you don't see anybody else's way. I think she employed, that thing where I know who I am, and nobody's going to put me down. I may not fight them to the ground, because there are times she used to fight. I may not fight them to the ground, but I know things, okay? I know things, I know who I am, Now, the problem, and we'll talk about this when we are tackling the chosen one. The problem sometimes for a chosen one is that you get so beaten that you just stay, and everything that comes sometimes may find you not ready because you're not practicing as much as other people. Okay, now if you look at people who are just in YouTube, right, there's so many people working at their element. All these people are chosen. Okay, there are people you see chosen, they are this great wife. Yeah, when you look, you're like, I wish, that could never be me. No, that is not what God wants you to see. God wants you to see what a great wife looks like, so that when you see the qualities, you are able to emulate. Because some chosen one, especially the ones that have grown in poverty, have no idea how to do some things. Some don't even know how to shower. Okay, and now God now ushers you into this thing that you now understand you're very special, you're chosen. Now, being chosen and being special and all those nice things does not mean that you will not have to live in this world. Some people may see a light in you when you don't even see it in yourself. Okay, now God will keep sharpening you or opening your eyes despite all the things that have been encroaching, and that is why all these weapons were set against you. Yeah, so you don't get to know yourself, you don't get to know your abilities, but still, even with all these things set against you, you are still prevailing. They could see things happening and, be like, this one, we have to snuff out that flame, okay? We never want them to come into knowledge of how great they are. Other people can see your greatness, you just can't see it yourself, okay? And so you did not practice, you did not become, what you're supposed to become. I remember one time I sang for my family, and my aunt told me, if I were you, every time I finish my chores, I just spend the rest of the time singing. And I was like, oh my God, she has no idea how tough it is, how sometimes I don't even want to open my mouth, And that went like that, yeah? I do understand that for people who realize their gift and, get the opportunity to practice, to exercise it, they're always practicing. You find that this person has years in practice, yeah? But you, because you were not meant to prevail, because they saw your star early and they realize that you do not even know yourself, because you have this low self-esteem. Even in your family, you've been shunned, you've been called names, you've been forgotten, you've been left behind. You never practiced, the gifts that God gave you, yeah? But time and time again, even though some things look like they're stolen, they're lost, they're forgotten, they see now God raising another thing in you, okay? So sometimes what God will raise in whatever season, you're like, I have to go with it, yeah? I have to ride on it. Now, psychologists would look at this and say, oh, because this person feels so unseen, now they grapple at anything, okay? I don't know what that condition is called. But I'm telling you, there's nothing that God does that science hasn't attempted to explain, okay? But let me tell you something. There is a person who needs what you have. You may feel like it is low, you may feel like it is not nothing to you, right? But the person who has that burden understands the push they had to go through and the price they had to pay in the secret place, yeah? So when it is given for them, to them, even though they wonder like, oh, is this it, Lord? They're like, okay, I'm taking it, I'm running with it. Now, I want to read from Joshua chapter 1 and verse 6, where God, is sending him now to, lead the children of Israel across the Jordan River. And he says to him, from verse 6, chapter 1 of Joshua, verse 6, be strong and courageous, for you're the one who will lead these people to possess all the land I swore to their ancestors I would give them. Be strong and very courageous. Be careful to obey all the instructions Moses gave you. Do not deviate from them, turning either to the right or to the left. Then you will be successful in everything you do. Study this book of instruction, okay? Very important. Continually meditate on it day and night, so you'll be sure to obey everything written on it, or in it. Only then will you prosper and succeed in all you do. This is my command, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Okay, and this I'm sending as a gift to the chosen ones. You're going to realize yourself soon And some of you know just what you've had to go through. And some of you, God has revealed what was against you, including your relatives going against you in witchcraft. Now, I have to tell you some bad news. These people will never stop, okay? Because some are even blackmailed into doing this against you. And that is where the covens get power. Some are even under duress, okay? Some are even in drugs because of the evil things they have to do. They are not going to stop, okay? They are being pushed. There's just so much pressure against them, yeah? So is you, okay? There's just so much pressure. You've been given a mantle. You've been sent to do a thing and you cannot avoid doing it, yeah? The cost of it would just be you being irrelevant or being dead. Sometimes it's the calling that is just keeping you, alive. We were recounting the number of times that we could have died, yeah? In car accidents, times that, things seemed to be set against us. It's like we were never supposed to prevail. Even at birth, I wasn't supposed to survive, okay? For my mom, similar, cases. And even when she's giving birth, it's like she's not supposed to survive it, yeah? And neither her nor the child, so many things set against you. Anytime you see all these things working against you that the devil thinks are going to put you down, God has another, surprise, and he keeps raising you. You seem like you're multi-talented. Like for whatever is cast down, there's, a rising, there's an extra strength coming in. There's an extra thing you didn't even think you could do, okay? Sometimes they think they finished you, but here comes God. He does another thing, yeah? So you'll find even in your family, you are the first to do certain things. Perhaps it's a marriage. You're the first to get married, and your chosen parent gets to, celebrate that. My mom was a single mother. She was like, marriage what? No, because she had seen some things that were very challenging. Little did she know that God had, given her the strength to stay like that because he knew he would honor her in a way that would matter to her, okay? Some other things did not matter to her. Is that you? Are you called to singleness? Work it with power, okay? But now God wants to raise these people who understand what their, calling is, whether in marriage or in something else. Whether as a mother, you're supposed to work this thing very well. Whether as a father, you're supposed to do it powerfully, okay? Because so many souls are depending on you, and it all starts with the family. When you've done this thing in the secret well, then God will announce you to the public. That is how he shows that this person has been through my care, yeah, through my training, and now I unleash them to you as a gift, okay? And whether people know it or not, at some point, they will be, they will get so much salvation, so much help from you, whether they recognize you or not, yeah? The thing is that you please God in what you're doing, okay? So I'm going to leave this here. This is for the chosen one, and it's just starting off like that, but we're going to get into some things, into some topics that are very relevant. God bless you and keep you. Stay courageous, okay? And do not forget the book of instruction. That is where all your secrets lie, and also where your strength is, okay? You are a winner more than you know. Bye-bye.